Hey everybody, I am Tammy. I'm the Siberian Wind. Welcome to Saturday edition. Glad you made it. I apologize that I'm a little low energy today. We're going to try to get through it though. Um, Let me say hi to everyone that is in the chat today. I am seeing Joyce, Denise, Judy. Let's see. I've got two Judys. I've got Judy Neighbors and Judy Hebert. Welcome to both of you. Thank you for being here. Giovanna is here. Andrea is here. She says, howdy, 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 everyone. Good to see all y'all again. It is good to see all of you. I do declare. It is incredibly good. Thank you for being patient with me on Tuesday. Don has joined the chat. He says, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Don. Glad you are here. I just want to thank everybody for being patient with me this week. I know calling out Tuesday was kind of a shock to everyone, and it wasn't what I had intended or wanted to do, but it was just kind of a necessary evil. I've got a lot going on in my personal life, and I need to be able to handle that, and I don't want it to come over into my channel. So there was no way I was going to be able to keep the two separate on Tuesday, so I just needed to take a break. So I will go ahead and do, Teresa is in the chat. She says, hey Tammy, welcome in, Teresa. I will say, that the last June Tuesday, giveaway winner, I will be shipping your item. I have not shipped it yet. I am so incredibly sorry. But it is sitting waiting to be shipped. So I may send something extra to thank you for your being patient and thank you for your time waiting for it. It was not my intention to not have already shipped, so I am very incredibly sorry. But it will get shipped out in the next couple of days. Linda has joined the chat. She says, good morning all, and hope you're all having a good day. And Chloe says, hello Tammy and all. Welcome in to both of you. Thank you for being here. I really do appreciate it. More than you guys know. More than when I took the break Tuesday, I didn't miss the stitching time as much as I thought I would. But I definitely missed having you guys to chat with. I sincerely missed all of you. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for coming to hang out. I really appreciate it. I'm going to hang out for probably a couple hours. I do have some time today. And it is a lot easier to sit here and sit at a machine than it is to sit on the ground and do chalk art. So this morning, if you are not familiar with Casper, Wyoming, the Central Wyoming Fair and Rodeo is in town this week, this upcoming week. Everything opens Tuesday and it runs through Sunday. Nancy has joined the chat. Welcome in, Nancy. Glad you are here. So the fair opens up this week. I did submit a quilt to the to the county fair, or to the Central Wyoming Fair rather. And so I will be going out Tuesday to go take a look at it. So I will have pictures as well to show you guys when we do show and tell. So Tuesday will be show and tell. There will be no take backs. There will be no interruptions this Tuesday. But this Tuesday will be show and tell. I will show you guys what I drew on the sidewalk today. I will also show you guys my chalk art. Well, I just said that. I'll show you guys my chalk art Tuesday. And I will show you guys my quilt as it's hung up in the county fair or the local fair. So we will see how they did the quilts this year. Last year I wasn't super happy with the way that they hung the quilts. So we are holding our breath and hoping and praying that this year is different. So we are going to work on sewing a little bit of sparkle. We're going to see how far we can get. See if we can get all the way to where the only thing I have left now is to start trimming and cutting. I did go shop hopping. Giovanna says I hope to be able to be there Tuesday. Oh, I hope so. I hope so, Giovanna. I really hope so. I have missed having you on my Tuesday nights. Liz, this past Tuesday was rough. I would not have been in any shape to host anyone. But I'm looking forward to this upcoming Tuesday. So I did tell you guys I am swapping to Creative Grids rulers. I went doing some shop hop yesterday. I went up to Buffalo and Sheridan and stopped at KC on the way home. So I managed to hit 3 shops yesterday, and because I am starting to swap to Creative Grids, I found a Creative Grids ruler that I wanted. This one is 3.5 by 12.5. So, I mean, I use one of the rulers I use all the time with my Nifty Notions rulers is my long skinny ruler. I mean, this is only 12.5 inches long, so it's not very long. My other one is like 14 inches. So this will be a little bit of an adjustment. It's also narrower. My other one was like 4 inches. So it's going to be a little bit of an adjustment, but that is the new ruler I picked up. Tuesday, I will also show you guys the Shop Hop blocks that I picked up. One of them I'm going to have to wait on the pattern. So I do not have it just yet. I've got the fabric, but I don't have the pattern. The shop owner had to step out and take care of some stuff, so her husband was hanging out, and her husband had no idea where to find the patterns, which I don't blame him. I don't think my husband would know where to find my patterns either. Giovanna says, great size. Yeah, I think so too. I am so sorry. I do need to put some food in my system. I have not been eating as much as I should, so I do need to pay attention and eat as well. Giovanna says I got a bundle of square rulers from Amazon this week. Oh, that's exciting. You'll have to show what you got. The bundle of squares. I definitely want to see what rulers you got. I'm looking right now through, and you know what, guys? I may have sewn them all. Did I sew them all? Let me see if I sewed these all. We're gonna find out. Oh, as I pick up the dropped one. No, I did not sew them all. I've got some that I can sew. Oh, I've got to do some pressing though. Okay. So you guys will get to see my pressing first before we sew anything today. Tammy, welcome into the chat. So you guys, the person that just joined the chat, Mellow Mallets, that is a friend of mine from high school. So Tammy has joined the chat. So welcome in, Tammy. Glad you are here. Good morning to you. Giovanna says it was €37 and they are great. That's awesome. Judy says Giovanna's all good. He's having tests done now. Be gone for 4 hours. Long wait. Oh no, what have I missed? Let's see. Get to watch sitting at the hospital still. Oh gosh, Judy. That's rough. I'm so sorry. 4-hour wait. That doesn't make it any better. That definitely doesn't make it any better. So yeah, so if you guys have never heard of the Troopers Drum and Bugle Corps, so my friend from high school that I was just telling you guys has just joined the chat. She and her husband are part of the Legacy Corps, and they get to go around and perform with the Troopers Legacy Corps. And they were here in Casper last week before last, something like that. So I finally got to see her for the first time in, 5-6 years. It's been a while. Glenda has joined the chat. Good morning, Tammy and everyone. Good morning, Glenda. Glad you are here. Yes, Giovanna. Yes, now we have 2 Tammys. You are right. Glenda says, just woke up. Well, Judy says, visiting with y'all makes it great. There we go. That's what we're working for. That is the goal. All right, and I just moved the mic, so I do apologize if it made some extra noise that I can't hear. I am trying to eat just these smaller chips so you guys aren't hearing it into the microphone. If you guys are hearing me crunch chips, please let me know. I do not want to be crunching chips in you guys' ear. It's something other than candy. And right now my jaw hurts, so I can't do candy. So I normally don't want to do food in front of you guys. So I'm so sorry about that. But it is what I need to do today. All right. We are going to grab the ironing board. And I think I got this set up right. Let me make one slight adjustment to my screen so you guys can see me better instead of a miniature of me. That way you guys know that I'm not directly looking at the camera. I am going to be looking up and looking at the comments as I can, but I may not see them all immediately. So we're going to see how I can do today. Alright, so let's transition over. There we go. Alright, so now you guys can see my ironing surface. And this ironing board is actually cleaner than my other one, but it is still not very pretty. Alright, Tammy's sitting here saying, hi everyone. Hi Tammy, glad you're here. Sorry about that. I should think more before I do that. Alright, so all of these, I was pressing these seams open. So that is what we are going to continue with. We are going to press these seams open. I have been working on Super Secret. Giovanna says it is so hot here. 93.5 and in my room is 87. Oh gosh, 87.8 in your room. That's insane. That's way too hot for me. It is 68 in my room right now. Glenda says, hope you're feeling better, Tammy. I am, but I'm not. I've still got a lot going on in my personal life right now. And I don't know how long it's going to be going on for. So it's a constant right now. It's nothing that I feel okay talking about just yet. You know that phrase, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. I grew up learning that phrase very incredibly well, and it isn't so very hard for me to say anything nice right now about what's going on. So that's why I would rather not say anything. So we are working on the stuff going on in my studio. That is a dream, Tammy. Yeah. Having it 68 degrees. I know. I'm so sorry. Chloe says, hugs, Tammy. Thank you. I appreciate it. And to be honest, you guys, I feel the love. I really do. I know you guys are there and just patient and waiting and all of that. So I appreciate the patience. It makes all the difference in the world. And I will say this, Giovanna, since you are here, all of you guys, when y'all did the Freddie Mercury comments the other day, I mean, I have kind of taken that to heart. I appreciate all the encouragement you guys were giving me. So I really do appreciate it. Joyce says, hugs and prayers, Tammy. Thank you, Joyce. I appreciate it. I really do. I mean, and when I can explain what's going on, I will. But I need to be able to... I love Giovanna. You're hilarious. So yeah, when I feel okay enough to be able to explain what is going on in my personal life without, it's not fair to ever throw anybody under the bus or say anything untoward or use colorful language on a YouTube channel. And right now, that's all I've got. And it is what it is. I mean, I've got to keep myself positive, and that's what I could not have done Tuesday. So I'm just glad to be back. Giovanna says the saying is, if you have nothing nice to say, shut it. There you go. That is close enough. And Glenda says, I'm sorry, prayers. I appreciate it, Glenda. I mean, and I can't change what's going on. It's just something that I have to go through. But God did not make me a weak person. So I will get through it, and I have people that are surrounding me. So I'm not alone with it, which is very helpful. But it is still tough either way. Giovanna says, Tammy, you don't have to tell us anything. Well, that's where I feel like it's not that I'm going to tell you guys, all the nitty gritty details. Laura says, hi, Tammy and everyone. Can't stay long, but I want to say hi. Welcome, Laura. Glad you were here, at least for a second. I preach about you guys taking care of your mental health and taking your mental health as a priority. And I don't do that just because it is important, because it is. It really, really is. But it is also because when you don't take care of your mental health, then you end up in situations that are overwhelming to the point where you cannot handle it. And I never want anyone to feel like they cannot handle whatever is put in front of them. Can I handle what's going on? Yes, I can. Does it make it easier? No, it does not. But because I am taking care of my mental health and taking a break when I need it, that makes it a lot easier. Giovanna says, we are here if you need us. Thank you, Giovanna. I appreciate it. So, yeah, Laura, you walked in just at the right time. Gotta say. So, alright, so I've been working on Super Secret. I don't know if somebody is in the Facebook group. I do not know if I posted on Wednesday what my update was. I ran right until we had to leave. So I did not get to do a whole lot extra, and I have not had a chance to sew on anything since then. Doing the Shod Pop yesterday, I was all across the state, and I have not had any time whatsoever to sew until now. So I will be working on Super Secret Project. Once I get done with the live today, I'm going to swap gears, and I'm going to be working on Super Secret. I am almost done with the entire top of Super Secret, and I have the label and backing to assemble together, and then we will be ready to actually quilt Super Secret and be ready to gift. Tammy, just know you're loved, and I'll try to be here for your lives and always watch the replays. Always hit that thumbs up. Thank you. Yeah, everybody hit that thumbs up for me, please. I appreciate it. Missing my Tuesday live probably hurt my metrics, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see if YouTube likes me. We're gonna hope and pray YouTube likes me. So Super Secret is almost done. Once Super Secret is done, then I have a client quilt. Let's see, Judy says, just breathe, and whatever's going on, repeat this in your head. Everything will be alright. Yeah, that's one way to put it. I'm still not to the point where I can say that yet, so I'm working on it. I'm working on that. I promise I am. My locals know some of my locals know what's going on. So I do have a network of people that know how much I do actually use colorful language off of my YouTube channel. And so they're listening to all of my sailor talk. Laura says, hi Glenda, sorry, just saw your greeting. That's okay, Laura, you are good. You are good. I think everybody's just glad to be here. I'm just glad for all of you guys to be here. I remember early on where I was lucky to have 5 people hanging out with me. And, even if I only have 5 people chatting or actively chatting, just having, 5 or more, I feel like I'm in good company. I really do. I feel like I'm not talking to the wall. Giovanna says, I always hit the like, even if I don't, to help the creator. Well, Giovanna, I will say this. You can always hit the dislike, and it won't hurt the creator. The dislike does not hurt us. The dislike is just that you weren't fond of the content, or you had a problem with the content, or whatever else, but you were still interacting, and that interaction still helps. And that's why I tell everybody, you don't have to hit the like. You can hit the dislike. I don't mind. I will not take offense. I can take it. I do have a thick enough skin. I can take it. So, okay. All right. So, after this, I have Super Secret. I also have my, my State Fair quilt that I need to quilt. So after Super Secret is done, my focus is going to be quilting my... I just burned my finger. I'm going to quilt my my State Fair quilt. Me when you are here during the daytime. I'm confused, Giovanna. I apologize. I'm not reading it right, I think. Glenda says, it's okay, Laura. Are you still sewing up a store? Joyce says, I always hit the thumbs up no matter what. Thank you, Glenda. Thank you, Joyce. I appreciate it. And Giovanna says, always like your lives. Thank you. Laura says, my grandma always said, this too shall pass. She also said, you only regret the things in life that you didn't do. She was 92 when she passed, and she was the smartest woman I knew. I miss her wisdom. I do know the this too shall pass, and while I take a little bit of comfort in that one is harder for me to grip just in my brain. It's the one I struggled with the most as a kid too. Because even though this too shall pass, is it going to pass like a kidney stone? Is it really, really, really going to hurt? Is it going to pass like, all the options. Now the you only regret the things in life you didn't do. That I live by. That is kind of my motto. And that's kind of why I chose the classes I chose for Quilt Wyoming. I've gotten almost everything ready for one of my classes. I've got to pick my fabrics for it. It's the Flora Quilt one. I've got to pick my fabrics and draw out my design so that when I walk into class I know what I'm doing, and not taking up so much time trying to design while I'm in class. I'd rather design in advance because I struggle with designing things that are not symmetrical, and it's not going to be symmetrical. Or my design isn't going to be symmetrical. So I take classes that are new techniques or new items so that I know that I'm learning something new. And that's why I take that, is because I would regret not taking it. And so I take the classes that I would learn something in. That's my strategy. Giovanna says, when you're live during the day, for me, I always chat. I can't seem to shut up. Oh, you were good, Giovanna. I appreciate it. I really do. Laura says, Glenda, I am sure trying. Today I'm taking the day off sewing, and my husband and I are going antique. Oh, I agree with Joyce. She says, that sounds like fun, Laura. And Giovanna says, wow, would love to go shopping with you, Laura. Yes. Antiquing can be fun. I actually found my featherweight that I had years ago at an antique store. I didn't, the person who was selling it really didn't know what they had. So I got an incredible deal on my featherweight back when I bought mine. These are already pressed, so I'm just having to move them over. Alright, this one's not pressed. Yeah, I really have been thinking about getting another featherweight. And I know that there's a quilt shop here in town, or quilt shop local. It's not here in town. Quilt shop local that does sell featherweights that are, already checked out and, fixed up or working or whatever. But I just don't have the money for that right now. I've got other expenses coming up. Yes, Nancy, absolutely. She asked, Tammy, does the chat help your channel? Yes, it does. When the chat is going and flowing and moving, YouTube actually counts that as engagement. So YouTube does count it. And the more people that are chatting, the more chat that's going, it boosts the ratings, absolutely. And YouTube will start to send people over to me. The more people chat in the chat with me, the more YouTube will filter people over to try to get them into the chat as well, get them engaged. Judy says, going to a car show in a couple of hours, going to look at all the old cars. Oh, I miss going to car shows. Oh, I have not been to a car show in a while. There was one here in town, and it was before I got my own wheels. So my husband had the car, and I could not go. But, oh, I miss car shows. I used to go out and photograph all of them. And I used to take models out, you know, all the young girl models that want to, like, pose in front of cars or whatever. You know, that kind of stuff. I used to do that. Laura says, I have no self-control in an antique store. My hubby is a horrible enabler. Our bank account may take it. Oh, no, Laura. Chloe says, sounds fun, Judy. I agree. Judy says, I have 3 featherweights, 1 for each granddaughter. Oh, that's a great way to look at it. That's awesome. Laura says, hi, Judy. My hubby and I go to a lot of car shows. You meet great people there. He restores classic cars. Yes, you do. You do meet a lot of great people at car shows. You know, especially when you're admiring. It's kind of like, okay. Good as chatty people are hopefully. Yes, Nancy, absolutely. And Glenda says that sounds fun. Level cars. Okay, so all right, you guys are gonna laugh at me. You guys are you're gonna laugh. Okay, so when us quilters go to a quilt show, we could be standing around in the vendor hall or whatever, hanging around looking at these patterns, or we're looking at this fabric or whatever, and we're all there with some kind of similar goal and similar likes. And I know that not everybody who goes to the car shows or brings their car to a car show is a guy, but I personally feel, and yeah, this is my personal feelings, but I personally feel like the old car shows or the classic car shows are the guys' versions of our quilt shows. Judy says, I want an old car, but my quilting hobby would suffer. There you go. It would. You're right. You're right. Laura is asking Nancy, how's your husband doing? And she's been praying for you. Yes, please tell inquiring minds. We want to know how your husband is doing. Absolutely, Nancy. Please tell us. Please tell us. You cannot leave us hanging. We want to know. So mine is actually at a baseball tournament this weekend. He made a commitment several months ago to go call, and so that's where he is. He is at the baseball tournament. And he's told me that this may be his last year calling, so we're going to see. We're going to see if he can step off the field and just teach and run things, or if he's just got the bug bad enough he's just got to be on the field. We're going to see. Oh, Nancy, I love it. She says, hi, Laura. I haven't killed him yet. Oh, I shouldn't have said that word. I should have said that she hasn't unalived him yet. Laura says, yes, Terry, quilt shows and car shows have awesome people. Yes, they do. And, I mean, okay, so if you were standing next to your quilt and everybody is coming up and complimenting you on your quilt, that's kind of like these guys standing with their classic cars, or sitting in the lawn chair with their classic car, right there, and you're coming up and admiring their classic car. We give these guys all the praise, and like, we're not sitting there nitpicking their cars, yet we go to quilt shows and we nitpick everybody's quilts too. It's so bad. We should be treating the quilt shows like they're car shows. All compliments, no negatives at all. Laura says, Nancy, that's a great thing. My husband had both knees replaced last year, and I know how you feel. Oh my gosh, that's rough. Because when you do the knee replacement, leg is still warm, but swelling is driving them nuts. Yes, the swelling is bad. I have a friend who just had knee surgery 6 or 8 weeks ago, and she's still struggling with her knee swelling. And the doctor is not listening to her about her swelling. So she's struggling to regain full use. So I pray for anybody who's had knee surgery. I do not know yet what the verdict is going to be on my wrist. But if I end up having to have surgery, you guys, we're going to be doing a lot of chatting. We may not be doing a lot of sewing, but we're going to be doing a lot of chatting. Because I'm going to need it. I'm going to need the community. It is going to be rough not having use of my wrist if I do have to have surgery. So we're going to see. We are going to see. Oh, the staples are bothering me. Oh, ouch. I will say this. I've never had to have staples. I've always managed to end up with stitches instead of staples. My son had to have staples, though. They didn't want to do stitches on his forehead. Judy says, we will be, Tammy. Thank you. Yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. If I do end up needing to have surgery, you guys will know well enough in advance. Because I'm not just going to show up one day with, my arm, all wrapped up or whatever. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. And the other thing is, let's see, Judy says I had my left knee replaced about 4 years ago. I thought the physical therapist was trying to kill me. Oh, no. Giovanna says I need to do surgery for both my knees, but I'm putting it off until I can. Yeah. I totally understand. I had surgery on my hip, one of my hips, back in 2021. No. Was it 21? Yeah, it was 21. Now, the one thing that I did do is I went in for physical therapy before surgery. And I told the physical therapist, I said, okay, you're going to give me every exercise you can, and we're going to strengthen my muscles and keep them as loose as possible now going into surgery, so that when I come out of surgery, I'm just trying to get back to that level and I have a fighting chance. And it was a good thing too, because they got in there, found out my hip was worse than they thought, and I was on non-weight bearing for 8 weeks. So there's a lot of things I could not do to stretch or keep my muscles loose for those 8 weeks, or build up any strength. So it cut my physical therapy after surgery in half, because I got done with physical therapy afterwards a lot sooner than they expected, but it's because I went beforehand. Let's see. Laura says, MSync is a physical therapist, and he said the results of the surgery depends on the work you put in with the PT. Yes, absolutely. And Nancy says, we'll go to Dr. Tuesday, praying they'll hold off on the other leg. Yeah, give him time to get back on that leg properly, before he has to rely on it with doing the other. My mom has had knee surgery. I don't know if she's done both knees or just one. But if I have to have... Hey, Joy T, welcome in. She says, hi, Teaming, everybody. Welcome. Glad you made it. Glenda says, to Nancy, prayers. So, yeah, if I don't know what they can do for my wrist PT-wise beforehand, because I am in way too much pain to do a lot of things with it. So we're going to see what they can and can't do. But I do like my physical therapist that I go see regularly. So if I go up to him and I go, look, give me as many exercises as you can that you want me to try, and let me videotape you showing me, like, let's put a video camera on and show me what I need to be doing. And then he'll give me the printouts and everything, but showing me will help remind me. And I'll basically ask him to, like, fast track my PT for post-surgery. So, he'll do it. He's a good guy. He knows what my limitations are. The other leg is so white, it's not getting much blood. Oh, no. That's not good. You gotta have blood flow. Can't be doing it without the blood flow. Without the blood flow. Well, you know, Nancy, you got a whole bunch of needles. You can just, like, start poking him and, like, you know, get the blood flow going. Just kidding. Just kidding. Please, just kidding. Joy said, I had my right knee replaced 6 years ago, and now I need the left and both hips done, but decided against it. It is a lot of surgery, and surgery always does carry risk. It is definitely a hard decision to make. Joy, let's see. Glenda says I had a lot of surgeries, but the worst was the fusion in my neck. Oh, I cannot even imagine. I have not, thankfully, not needed to have back surgery of any sort yet. Definitely not wanting to do it. Let's see. Judy says praying for you, Nancy, and Joy says, oh no, praying for you as well. Yeah, that's a lot, you guys. Okay, so 2024 is the surgery year. Nancy says, oh, don't tempt me. Well, you know, just make sure that you thoroughly clean them the way the hospital would first. I know that takes the fun out of it. But, you know, we're trying to get blood flow. We're not trying to get, you know, tetanus or any of that kind of stuff with it. Although I don't think sewing needles will have tetanus unless they're in contact with the ground. But, you know, better safe than sorry, right? That's what we're going to go with. Better safe than sorry. I'm probably not going to try to press all of these just yet. I'm going to press like a few more because this is mostly reds. So we're going to just finish pressing a few more, and then we are going to go sew for a little bit. And then depending on time, we'll come back and press some more and sew some more. And then, you know, what I'm trying to get to is to be able to press the other side on all of them, all kind of in one sitting, because I'm going to have the other wing on all of these triangle units to press open like this. And it's going to take a little while to do. I've got so much sewing to do with Super Secret. Alright, let's see. I've got some in here that are already pressed. So let me grab a few of those. Alright, this one's not, but I'm going to go ahead and grab it anyway because they've got a couple reds here. Alright. I mean, there's like greens and blacks and teals or whatever. I've got a lot left. This is by no means exhaustive. You know, I can usually come up with the creative options, Nancy. So if, like, we need to find other tempting options, I can come up with some of those. I'm good at it. Somewhere I saw, it was at one of the quilt shops I went to yesterday, and they had these hand towels for you to stitch into, like, you know, adding, like, cross stitch or whatever to, something like that. And it was, I think it said, oh, let me think. They have them on blood thinner, so not a good idea. It will make a mess. Oh, yeah. No, we're not calling hazmat to clean up afterwards. That's where we draw the line. If hazmat has to be involved, we draw the line. We can draw the line around him on the floor with the chalk, but we're going to draw the line. Yes, I'm joking. I promise you guys I am joking. I do have a dark sense of humor, so I do apologize in advance if anyone is taking offense to my humor. It is all in good fun, and I do not wish anybody harm. I do have, you know, like one person in my life. You know, everybody has that one person that they just don't get along with for whatever reason. And I have a couple of those. I have one really that is the worst person for me to try to get along with. Not saying that they can't get along with someone else. I'm not cruel like that, but I definitely struggle to get along with them, and I don't even wish them. Giovanna says, "Be right back." Absolutely, Giovanna. We will see you when you get back. I don't even wish them harm, even though I don't get along with them. Of course, I don't wish them to win the lottery, but I don't wish them harm either. So, we are going to bring you guys over to the machine, and this is my stack. So, it's not that big, but we're going to sew through that. And we're going to see how we are doing when we get done with that. We're going to take it in a pace. That's what I'm doing, is we're going to pace ourselves. All right, these are my extras that are the opposite direction that I'm going to have to find the other fabrics to fix. So, yeah, we're not going to do that right now. Okay, extra thread off the machine. So, when I take my machine, this is the machine I travel with. So, when I go to Quilt, Wyoming, Ricky is the machine. Nancy, I'm thinking of making a doll with his face on it and make him one with my face. Oh, that works. That works. I'm not sure if I can say that word on YouTube or not. We're going to err on the side of caution. I almost said it. You almost got me. Yeah. I told you guys, when I'm not on YouTube, my language is probably not very workplace appropriate. So, I do have to keep in mind that I am on camera, I am on YouTube, and this is for posterity. And I would like for posterity to not think I am the craziest person in the world. I mean, I'm trying to get there, but I'm not there yet. Nancy's laughing. So, and I will behave, if you guys, I know the lady that said that she was going to come to Quilt, Wyoming, that had been in my chat at one point, Joey's laughing too. When she said she was going to come to Quilt, Wyoming, but I haven't heard back from her ever since then. So, I don't know. We will see. Okay, so, here's what I was going to say. So, this machine is the one that I travel with. And I set it up with a giant spool of thread when I'm sitting here at home. All of y'all are laughing. Y'all can laugh at Nancy and y'all can laugh at me as far as I'm concerned. Please be laughing at me, not at Nancy. Brenda is here. She says hello. Welcome in, Brenda. Welcome. Glad you joined today. Glad to see you in the chat. See you virtually. I'm not seeing you in person. I can't see the other way. Dre says, I try to curve my potty mouth. Yeah, on here I kind of have to. In person, if I know you're okay with me saying things, I will say things when other people cannot hear, because I'm not going to unintentionally expose people that don't want to hear my sailor's vocabulary. I'm not going to intentionally expose them just for my own benefit. I try to be respectful. Alright, I'm going to move this camera, you guys. I apologize. We're going to move it. And I'm going to see if I can get a little bit of this extra lighting off of it. Because this machine, I cannot turn the light off, so I apologize. I know that is bright white, and that's all you guys can see. So I am so sorry. Brenda says, we are gorgeous. Yes, we are, lady. We are. Let's see. Laughter is the best medicine. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So, I actually have a plan to get a tattoo. And I guess it's kind of a good thing I didn't get it yesterday, because I was planning to. I was thinking about it. I still need to get it priced, so it's not, I don't have the tattoo yet. Um, so if you are a chronic illness patient, if you're a chronic illness person, like I am, you will probably get this better than those who have never dealt with chronic illness. And specifically chronic pain. I'm so sorry, you guys. That was a bigger chip than I thought it was. Tammy, I have my thread in a tall pickle jar. Lol. Oh, that's funny, Glenda. As long as I wouldn't be smelling pickle juice, that'd be fine. If I was smelling pickle juice, you'd forget it. I'd have to leave the room. Oh, okay. I'm glad you said that because I completely lost track of my train of thought. Okay, so here at home, I set it up on the thread stand. So it's that big spool of thread. Well, when I travel and go somewhere, I really don't want to take the thread spool stand and deal with it possibly falling off or getting knocked off my table or, you know, any number of reasons, you know, and it takes up a little bit of space. It's not a lot of space, but it's a little bit. So I really don't want to take it with me. So I don't. Well, when I go to leave here or I go to leave wherever I'm coming from, whatever small spool I've used or, you know, from this spool, I just trim my thread at the top of the machine and I leave the machine threaded. So my needle is down and protected, and then I leave the machine threaded. So the other day I set up the machine and I started sewing, and I don't remember how many pieces I got through. Maybe it was 3. But I got through a certain number of pieces and I ran out of thread. I mean, it was like a really small amount. And like my machine was trying to jam up and all of that. It was because I was using the cut thread that was left on my machine. I wasn't even using the thread spool that I had just set up because I didn't even thread my machine. Let's see, I missed a few. Chloe says, I haven't sewn since Sunday. I've only managed to go to work and then go to bed. I've been so sick and fatigued. Oh no, Chloe. That is rough. That is so rough. I know the feeling. I know it so incredibly well. Oh, so here's what, let's see. Glenda says I love tattoos, but don't dare get one because I'm scared it would be the one thing that would do me in. I am kind of worried about that. I am worried about that. I think my plan right now is I will talk to the doctor that would know the information the best as to whether or not it's going to cause me lots of issues. I see them on the 18th, and then I have my next infusion on the 25th. So my window may be between the 18th and the 25th, or it may be between the 25th and then before my next infusion. If everything is clear, then I'm allowed to go get it without problems. So we're gonna see if that's the case. Yeah, everybody is praying for you, Chloe. Yeah, absolutely. You guys pray for her. That it's rough being so fatigued, and I know the feeling so well. So what my tattoo says, the tattoo I'm planning to get, so I do not have it yet. It is not on my body. The ink is not there yet. What my tattoo says is only knives and laughs left. And there's some, a little bit of artwork that's going with it. But when you are a chronic illness person, you're probably familiar with the spoon theory. So everybody starts out their day with a certain number of spoons, and taking a shower for a normal person might be 1 spoon. But you've got 40 spoons for the day, so you're good to go. You take a shower as 1 spoon, getting dressed is 1, by the time you're at work, you might have used 5 or 6. A chronic illness patient, just taking a shower may take 10 spoons. That may be all we can handle. So getting dressed in work clothes is, another challenge, another big challenge. So a lot of chronic pain patients will choose the things that they do so that they have energy to do other things. I mean, there's days, for example, that I don't shower when I would like to shower, because if I do, then I don't have energy for later. So I have to plan when I shower, when I do personal hygiene. That's part of the reason I haven't done my nails in a while. Denise is here. The husband, 2 sons, 1 daughter, and the son-in-law all have tats. I'm the only one that doesn't have one. I want one, but my doctor told me no. Ow. Yeah, my husband has them. Quite a few of my friends have them. Neither of my parents have them, but my grandfather did. And I believe my brother has some, but I don't know for sure. But I have wanted this one for a while. But yeah, so chronic pain patient will run out of spoons very easily. Be sure you watch them. Take a needle out of the package. Oh yeah, absolutely. And I've been, there's a long list of shops here in town. And I've been watching all the rants, raves, reviews, all of that. So I'm going to go price it. And I'm going to get a couple of different prices. And I'm also going to be walking in, obviously, with my service dog. So I want to make sure that they are okay with my service dog. And that I'm not going to be stressed during the tattoo process. Because stress during the tattoo process would make it even worse. Giovanna says, no tattoos for me. Yeah, I do not have one yet. This will be my first. But so, you know, chronic pain patients will run out of spoons. So the next utensil that a lot of people reach for is a fork. Well, this is the colorful option, and it's the YouTube safe one, but I have no forks left to give. So I have knives, and the other thing that keeps me going is laughter. I have one tat I did myself when I was 15 years old. Oh wow, Joyce. I do not have the pain tolerance for that. I did not even have it when I was 15. I would have to let someone else do it. Also because I can't draw worth anything. So I'm going to let somebody else draw on me, because they would probably do a better job than I could. Nancy says, no needles for me. I gave natural childbirth because I hate needles. Oh, no. The needle doesn't bother me. The only time needles bother me is if it's going under my skin and, like, I see it moving or whatever. That's when I can't watch. Like, I can handle the sensation. I can't handle the watching that. So, you know, I know how to cope with that for myself. But yeah, so I don't have any spoons left. I don't have any forks left to give. So I have knives and I have laughter. So that's why my tattoo is going to say only knives and laughs left. So it's kind of inspiring for me as well. Judy says, Tammy, some days for us chronic illness people, we start with the knives. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And, I mean, sometimes it is, you know, circumstances will bring us to, you know, losing all of our spoons and our knives and having nothing left in the kitchen drawer to pull out. And that's part of the reason that we moved here for the dry climate. The humidity was taking so much out of me, I couldn't even try to keep up. Joy T says, none for me either, not worth the pain, for number 1. And number 2, they look horrible as you get older on most I've seen. I understand that too. Giovanna says, I have a phobia of needles. Yep, there's a lot of people who do. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I've sewn through my finger before, so if I can handle that, and my understanding is that a tattoo will be less painful than sewing through my finger, I think I can handle the tattoo. It's been a while since I've sewn through my finger, but I handled the pain on that fairly well. I drove myself to the ER to get the ultrasound and everything else to make sure there were no needle parts left in my finger. The doctor actually looked at me. He's like, "Why do you want an ultrasound?" Because the needle broke and I don't know that I have all the pieces and parts. So he's like, "So?" I was like, "So I'm worried that there's a piece of metal in my finger. Could you please look?" They didn't give me much grief after that. It was workman's comp, though. That's the only good thing about it, is it was workman's comp. Tats start to fade with age. Yes, they do. Laura says, "I'm certain that I would not be able to handle the pain of getting a tattoo." And that's one of the things I want to explain to the artists as well, that I'm going to go talk to, because I want to be able to do this, but I need them to be patient with me. Because my pain signals are different than most everyone else's. I may be fine 1 second, and then it may really hurt the very next second. And I mean, that's how my pain levels are. I mean, I can be at what would be an 8 normally, and that's my normal pain level is about an 8. I do not have a 5, 6, 7. I do not have those levels. My pain is usually never less than an 8. So some days and some moments, I can handle the extra, 9 and 10 pain points. And then, 5 seconds later, I might not be able to handle it for a minute and just need to take a breath. So, I'm going to discuss that with them, because I need them to be patient with me. And I'm already 40. I'm already over 40. So I don't think they're going to fade enough by the time I am 80. I think I'm to that point now that I don't feel like my tattoo will fade enough that it will be unreadable. So, and with as large as it's going to be, I don't think it will be a problem still reading it. And I am having it done in a really funky font that people can't immediately read. So that way, when people ask me about my tattoo, I can choose whether or not I feel like talking about it that day. I can just go, "It's pretty line work," or I can tell them what it says, or I can say, "Let me explain it to you another time," depending on who it is, when it is, all of that. And that's kind of why I chose the font that I chose, is so that everybody just couldn't walk up to me and immediately read my tattoo. Nancy says, "I saw a woman that had an eagle on her breast, but now its wings are falling downward." Oh no! Oh, that's awkward. Oh, that's awkward. That implied no forethought. Dawn says, "The pain from a tattoo really depends on the artist and how heavy-handed they are." Okay. Well, that helps. I guess that's going to be something I need to ask then as well. I definitely need somebody who's going to take the time, and if I tell them that they need to lighten up, that they will actually do that. I definitely don't want my artist to be in a rush. I'll put it that way. I want them to have enough time. So if I need to do part of the tattoo one day and come back and do the rest of the tattoo another day, or even do it in thirds, I want a tattoo artist that is okay with giving me that kind of time frame. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. And so that's something I thought about I do this afternoon, is just go visit the shops and see. Giovanna says, "Don't put a tattoo where the body will sag when older." I'm not. It is actually going to go right here. It's going to go from my elbow down to my wrist. I am going to stop short of my wrist, because now, with thinking about the fact that I may have to have wrist surgery, I really don't want a tattoo being cut into in surgery. But I am going to go from the bend in my elbow all the way down to at least under where my watch is. So my watch is probably going to hide part of my tattoo. And I know I won't be able to wear my watch while my tattoo's healing, just because I know my body. I know I'm going to swell. I know I'm going to be red, all of that. But I wanted this tattoo. I've been wanting it for almost 2 years now. Don says that his wife had a rose that also turned into a long stem rose along the same lines as the eagle. Giovanna says that is a tender spot right here. Yeah, it is. But I think with being able to breathe and being able to separate myself mentally from my arm for a little bit, I think I'll be able to handle it better. Joy says, I would love to have the one I did covered with something else, but since I quit drinking, it's not going to happen. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh. Yeah, so my husband has like 5 tattoos. He's got a lot. His largest tattoo is on his back, and he was going to have it colored in. And by the time they got done with just the line work, and he's like, are y'all done? They're like, yeah, you need to come back for the colored. He's like, nope, I'm not doing that. It apparently hurt too much for him to come back to do the rest. So his tattoo still looks okay. I mean, I've seen how his have faded. And kind of shifted a little bit and all of that as he's aged. So I am taking that into mind as I'm going to get mine. Michelle is here. She says, hi everyone, lurking here and at Mom and Pop. Awesome. Thank you. Oh, if you will, since you're looking over at Mom and Pop's, will you tell Laura Lynn I said hi? Tell Laura Lynn I'm sorry. I got busy sewing and I forgot to stop into her live. I couldn't start my live earlier because I was out doing chalk art this morning. So, yeah. So I will give a clue if you are a local to Casper. If you are going to go look for chalk art, you're going downtown. Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate it. Donnell, welcome in. She says, hey, gorgeous. How are you doing? I am here. I'm here. It is half the battle. I was thanking everyone this morning for being patient with me for Tuesday, and having to cancel this past Tuesday. I've got a lot going on in my personal life, and it was not wise for me to try to be online, because my personal life would have spilled over into my YouTube creation here. And when you don't have something nice to say, you don't want to say anything at all, and that's what I'm going with. Mike is here. He says, hey, Tammy. Welcome in, Mike. Glad you're here. You guys, if you do not know Mike, he is posting as a New York beauty. Oh, and you guys, I do have Nightbot set up, so if you do want to do exclamation selfie, you absolutely can. Just give Nightbot a second or two between selfie requests. Just don't spam the whole chat with it. But yeah, you guys can. Absolutely. Yeah, I was looking for Sean's live this morning and saw that he posted a video, but he didn't do an actual live because I was sitting there waiting for his live to come up. But I had to be downtown to go do chalk art. About the time, let's see, your live would have been 8 a.m. my time, believe, if I'm not mistaken. So, something like that. I was downtown. That's why I didn't see your live, Donnell. I'm so sorry. I will go back and hit play. Even if I can't watch it, I will go back and hit play. Mike is saying, hey, Donnell, long time, lol. I take it y'all were just in another chat together. Y'all so funny. Y'all so funny. So this Tuesday will be Show and Tell, since I missed this past Tuesday and could not do it. Oh, yes, we can also call you Charlie. Yes, Mike, we can call you Charlie. So, let's see, Laura says, I'm going to say goodbye now and spend the day with my hubby. I'll catch the rest on replay. Have a great weekend, everyone. Thank you for hanging out, Laura. Appreciate it. Enjoy time with your hubby. And tell him we said hi. Oh, Donnell, Mike was your guest today. Okay, that works. That works. I will have to go watch it. Gotta learn what this Mike guy is all about, right? Charlie is here. Oh. Y'all are gonna crack me up. That's perfect. It's absolutely perfect, you guys. And as you're coming in, if you have not hit that thumbs up, please hit that thumbs up. I appreciate it. Let's see. Michelle's saying, hi, everyone I have missed. I think they all would say hi back to you, Michelle. Absolutely. Yeah, so Tuesday I had to skip out. Just was not a good day for me to be able to separate my personal life from what I have going on here at YouTube. And it would not have been a wise choice. So today is a much better day. Absolutely able to get it all pulled together. And does this... Okay. I'm sitting here looking at this triangle, you guys. I pull it out, and it's like this. And I'm going, how does my triangle... My triangle doesn't fit like that on there. That won't look good. There we go. So it's going to go there. Mike saying, well, I hope all is sunnier now, Tammy. It is at the moment. It is at the moment. Not everything's fixed. There's a lot going on. However, I am not... I'm not in the point right now where I want to talk about it so much and just continue to use sailor language talking about what's going on. So we're good. You know, it's going to be going on for a while. It's not something that's going to be a quick resolve, unfortunately. It's something that I can handle, but it is definitely challenging. Michelle says, hubby, 4 packages were delivered while the other hubby was home. Oh, no. Oh, no. We got to hide those packages, right? Or is hubby allowed to know about those packages? When mine come in, I have to decide. All right. Mike says, good then. I get you. Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a while. It's going to be a while. But I did say once I can talk about it, I will. But it's going to be a little bit before I can. I definitely subscribe to the train of thought. If you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. So that is the length of what I can tell you about it. Because nothing else I could say would be nice. So I'm respectful. I might not be happy about what's going on, but I'm respectful. So yeah, it's that kind of fun. Oh, okay, hang on. All right. Just know we're here for you, and if you need to talk offline, I'm always here for you, hon. Thank you, Donnell. I appreciate it. I think if I start talking about it, even offline right now, I'm not going to shut up for the rest of the day. So it's probably wise for me to keep it all in for the moment. I am seeking therapy and counseling, so I'm not going through this alone, and I do have a good group of friends that are being patient with me and helping. So yeah, no, you're good. Oh, Mike is saying that it's funny because the package is being delivered while the other hubby was gone. And Giovanna's like, that's a no, Michelle. And Donnell's saying, whoopsie, Michelle, about the package being delivered while the other hubby was gone. Like he doesn't buy all kinds of stuff at the thrift stores. Oh. And yes, I changed your word to stuff. Sometimes I just say it, but I understand. Peace. I can yell for you. There you go. Giovanna, tell him, Michelle. No worries. Happy talk then. We will talk about quilts. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So, okay. So my locals that are here in town, if you want to go check out the sidewalk chalk art from the festival this morning, if you do not know which art is mine, send me a text. Let me know you don't know. If you have you have to walk the entire sidewalk chalk art festival before you tell me that you don't know which one is mine. So what am I sewing, Tammy? I am working on Sparkle. This is one of the kits that my husband had picked out years and years ago. He did not even remember that he picked this out. He's like, I didn't know you. When did I pick that out? I was like, I was in Paducah, and I sent you pictures, and this is one of the ones you picked out that you liked. Oh, okay. Do I have photos? I do have a photo. I'm going to give my locals until Tuesday to go see if they can pick it out. If you are not a local, you will get to see it Tuesday night. So we're going to do Show and Tell on Tuesday night. And that is going to grab everybody that has already submitted for last Tuesday's Show and Tell that I missed and could not do. And it will also grab my picture. Giovanna says, Donnell sold a lot in her live today. Well done, Donnell. And Mike was the batter. Oh, pictures, please. I need to see this as the name sounds very Smurfy. Smurfy? No. Sparkle is not Smurfy at all. I promise. Hang on. I think the pattern is in my box. I will see if my pattern is in my box. Give me just a minute. It's the one I've been working on off and on for a little bit. It's the viewer's choice. It's all like 4-point star things. Let's see. Yeah, I did not finish my chalk art the way that I planned to finish it. So I think you guys might enjoy my finish on it. This is Sparkle. And what it is all of these stars. And these are all Christmas fabrics. So we are basically working on Christmas in July. So that is Sparkle. That's what we're working on. And it finishes 75 by 75. Well, congratulations, Donnell. If you sold as much as they're saying, that's awesome. That is awesome. I do have some quilts I will probably end up selling once things are said and done. And I've been apologizing for eating chips all morning, so don't get mad at me now. I've been apologizing. I promise. But I'm not ready to start selling just yet. So, Super Secret, I'm going to be working on this weekend. I will have time. It is gorgeous. Thank you. Let's see. Did I miss anything? I don't think so. I don't think I missed anything. I haven't read everything out loud, but I don't think I missed anything. So I'm going to be working on Super Secret later today, or as soon as I get off this live. And I've got to finish a lot of details. And then I've got to finish a single seam. Mike, I love it. Thank you, sweetheart. He says, never apologize for eating chips ever. Oh. Well, I've been eating candy. And you guys know my candy of choice is Gobstoppers. And usually I can eat those on a live without causing any kind of grief or feeling like I'm eating in front of people that may not want to watch or hear me eat. But my jaw is hurting. I've got a lot of joint pain. The stuff that's going on in my personal life, the stress is taking a toll on my body. So I'm trying to change a few things here and there to keep me going without hurting my body further. So it's just a temporary pause in the candy eating for the Gobstoppers. And it is literally just because my jaw hurts. Donnell says, never apologize for staying fueled up. Well, see, I don't apologize for the caffeine. The Dr. Pepper doesn't get apologized for. I mean, I might apologize if I make a sound when I drink, but I don't apologize for the Dr. Pepper. But the chips, I know a lot of people can't stand the sound of chips, so I apologize. Giovanna says, we need you well and healthy, so eat away, Tammy. Are we sure potato chips are really the healthy thing to eat? Mike says, I like talking about what I'm going to eat next while I am eating. Ooh, okay. All right, then. We will go to that topic. We will dive in. Mike, what are you eating next? Ah, Debbie is here. She says, hi, Tammy. Hello, chat. Welcome in, Debbie. Thank you so much for being here, sweetie. I have missed you. Katie is here as well. She just joined in as well. She says, hi, Tammy. Hello, Donnell. Welcome in, Katie. Thank you, ladies, for coming to hang out, coming to join in. I appreciate it. Mike, Debbie! I really did miss, like, sincerely missed hanging out with all of you on Tuesday. Like, it was rough. Cold Sicilian pizza. Okay, I'll have to go with Giovanna's comment before you said that. This said better than nothing. Yeah. The cold Sicilian pizza I think would be better than nothing. I'm not sure if I would like Sicilian pizza. I don't know. We might have to try. Mikey! I love it. Yes, Katie, thank you. She says, y'all hit that thumbs up, like button to help Tammy out. Thank you. And if you don't hit the thumbs up, hit the thumbs down. YouTube treats it the same. I'm good either way. It will not bother me. I will not take offense. I will not come hunt you down. YouTube wouldn't tell me who it is anyway, so, but I won't come hunt you down. I won't be upset. So I think we're going to get through this stack and maybe do a little bit more. I don't know. We're going to see. We're going to see. I love it. All right. Cold, really? Oh, I love it. Debbie, Giovanna, pizza. OMG, yes. Yeah. Pizza actually really sounds good, you guys. That's not fair. That's not fair. I have some stuffed mushrooms and mini potato things, or just one mini potato thing, leftovers from a restaurant from, when was that? Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. So I have leftovers in the fridge. Not that I really want that, but I have leftovers. Mike says, Debbie, I have a slice. Oh, no. Hi, Mitzi. She says, hello. Welcome in, lady. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, and if I ever misgender someone, please correct me. I do not mean to misgender anyone. I just thought about that as I said, hey, lady, to Mitzi. So if I ever misgender someone, please correct me. Let me know my mistake so I can not do that mistake in the future. Debbie says, I'm here. We talk food. Can't help it. There you go. That's fine. Mike says, Tammy, I am all over those mushrooms. Yes, they are delicious. They are very, very, very delicious. I can't eat a whole lot, and my husband does not eat mushrooms at all. So anytime I order stuffed mushrooms, if they will reheat, well, I will bring them home. If they do not reheat, I will not bring them home. And if I have time to come home, let's put it that way. So I will probably reheat those, probably for dinner. You guys are getting me hungry for pizza, though. But there's not really a place that I can order just like one slice of pizza unless I go to like Sam's Club. Donnell, did someone say mushrooms? Yes, I did. Mike, what is this on? What is on this old pizza? Oh. You guys, pizza, rough. You guys are so rough to me. Pizza kind of sounds good, but again, like I said, I can only eat one slice right now, so there's really not a good place I can go that I can think of. Mitzi says, oh, love mushrooms. I love them too. So like I will order an appetizer as my meal. And that's what I did Thursday, is I ordered an appetizer as my meal. And that's what my leftovers sitting in the fridge are. I did not want them last night. I ended up out and about, and I took the dog. We must buy you a pizza oven then. Well, the problem is, Mike, I don't cook. Cooking takes away from my quilting time. So if I can't reheat easily, it's not going to get done. It's not. I used to cook a lot. one of my husband's friends had commented on a Facebook post he'd made and said, I really miss her cookies. And I'm just thinking, which cookies did I make then? Was that the chocolate chip? Was that the fudge? Was that the sugar cookies? Which cookies did I make? And I couldn't remember which cookies I made for him. But I was like, I haven't made cookies since I moved up here. Appetizers are the best part of the meal. Yes, they are, Mike. I agree. Mitzi says when I was little, Mom used to take me in the woods hunting morels, mushrooms in Michigan. I have never been mushroom hunting. I am a bit terrified that I would accidentally get the wrong kind of mushroom. And there are some mushrooms around here that could make you high. So I'm not sure that I would trust myself without going through some kind of training course and having somebody who knows mushrooms better than I do to verify what I've gotten. Giovanna says, I love mushrooms a lot. Yes, they are delicious. We kind of wonder whether my husband is actually allergic to mushrooms. He can do cream of mushroom soup in like his green bean casserole, but beyond that he cannot do mushrooms. They don't give him hives, but he does not like the flavor or taste. But I don't eat cucumbers and he does, so it is what it is. Mike says, Tammy, I just laughed out loud about the mushroom foraging. Yeah, no. Somebody was telling me, one of my locals was telling me, so I went up Tuesday, up on Casper Mountain, there is a place called Crimson Dawn, and my understanding, if I remember everything correctly, because I didn't revisit the museum Tuesday, there is a museum up there, and a lady had actually bought the property back when it was not okay for women to own property, and she raised her daughters there. I don't remember if she was divorced or widowed or what. I don't remember the details. But they turned the entire property after her passing. They turned the entire property into a park. And it opens up. They have a big summer solstice festival. And then it closes before my birthday in October. So I can't go there on my birthday if I wanted to. But I went up there and took a hammock chair and went and sat looking at feeling the wind, looking across the cavern in the middle of the cut through the middle of the mountain, and just sitting there, just enjoying nature and being up there. And it did a lot. It helped a lot. Let's see. Careful of the strange mushroom. Yeah, exactly. So there are some mushrooms up there, and I was warned by one of the locals, don't touch the mushrooms up there, because there are some up there that will give you a high, and so I might not know I've done anything until I'm coming down and I'm high already. Andrea says, well, I had to leave for a little bit. When I came back, I could not find my mouse. I was sitting on it. Oh no, Andrea, that's funny, actually. Donnell says, I'll stick to store-bought fresh mushrooms. Knowing my luck, I'd pick and eat a poisonous one. Yes, that is the other problem. Mitzi says, interesting fact, I lived on an island that didn't allow franchises. Good pizza place, though. Ooh, that's interesting. Mike says, Mitzi, I bet all the food was great and sounds like heaven. Ooh, I bet. Let's see. Michelle says, Debbie, your gremlins got Laura Lynn. You gremlins got Laura Lynn today. Oh boy, you guys are gonna have to spill the tea. Spill the tea. What did I miss? What happened over on Laura Lynn's channel? Mitzi says, after a rough day indeed, labor and deliver, I call a cab to pick up KFC and had it flown to the island. Went and picked it up at the airport. The girls loved it. Oh my gosh, Mitzi, that's fantastic. I mean, I will say this. If I actually had to have food flown in, it wouldn't be KFC, but that's still pretty impressive. Debbie says, what, Michelle? Really? Poor thing. She's been having issues lately. Oh no. Okay. My bad. Absolutely my bad. I am so sorry. I don't want Laura Lynn to be having issues. She's too cheerful to be having issues. That's not fair. She does not need to be having issues. No. Her life is glitchy and as all get out today. Oh no. That's not good. That makes me feel bad. Like, is my bandwidth messing with hers? Like, I don't want Laura Lynn to have a bad day. Aww. Not cool. Not cool. Not cool. I don't wish bad on anyone. I do not. Laura Lynn is just so sweet, though. That makes me feel bad that she's having a rough day. I can't fix it. I can't drive to Canada. I don't have a passport. What food would I have flown in? Gosh darn it. What food would I have flown in? Okay. We'll put this as either YouTube or the internet itself. Probably internet itself. Probably Michelle. Okay. So, I don't live on an island here. But, the one food that I have not had since I left Alabama, or the one restaurant that I have not had since I left Alabama, that I really miss would probably be Firehouse Subs. Oh my, In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out is good. They're not, I love them, don't get me wrong. But I wouldn't want to eat them every day. They're not my everyday food. But I don't have an In-N-Out here in town either. But I have not had Firehouse Subs since I left the Southeast. There's a place. It's not a big chain. It's just in Huntsville, Alabama. There's a place called Rosie's Cantina. It's Tex-Mex, but their taco salads, my goodness, they would be fantastic. Mitzi says, mine is Nantucket scallops and Maine lobster. I could see that. I really don't know. I believe I have Firehouse Subs close by in New Jersey. Yeah. I would want smoked mullet, but I have to go to Florida for that. I've never had smoked mullet, so I can't attest to that one, Michelle. I can get some seafood here. Of course, our big seafood place is going to close down here soon. We have a Red Lobster, and I know that's not the greatest seafood, but that's like the only seafood here. The only real seafood. It's not, Firehouse isn't like, Firehouse is really good. I can't eat them all the time. It's too heavy a food. It's not, it's not an everyday thing. There's no way I could do it every day. But, like, if I were to fly something into Casper, like, from wherever, it would probably be a sandwich from Firehouse Subs. Just because I'm missing it. Mike says Red Lobster gave way too much shrimp. That might be the case. When they did their first list of closings, I was so, like, scouring that list, going, oh my gosh, please do not be closing ours. Please do not be closing ours. And I can't handle eating. Oh no, Mitzi. She says our Red Lobster closed and we have a gift certificate. That's awful. Michelle says, I also need some Gator. I'm good. I don't need Gator. I don't know. I mean, it's not an everyday thing. Like, there's no way I could eat Red Lobster every day. Or eat Red Lobster, like, often enough to keep them in business by myself. There's just no way. I don't have the money, don't have the stomach to do it. But I'm kind of bummed that they're going to be, I don't know when they close here, but if they're not already closed, I'm expecting them to close soon. And, I didn't get to go there the other night. Andrea says, you'll think I'm weird, and you're probably right, but mine would involve calamari and fried green tomatoes with ranch dressing. You are weird, but I love you anyway. Now, there's a restaurant in Alabama called Fried Green Tomatoes. And it's, what my husband would have flown in would be a meat and three kind of plate. Like, he would love to have a meat and three restaurant here in town, which we do not have. Yes, I do know. I do now know who Freddie Mercury is. And thank you for that. I really did appreciate all of that. And like when I got off the live, I was like looking it up and just going, huh, okay. And then Bohemian Rhapsody came on my road trip yesterday, and I was just going, they're so sweet. Michelle says, I had calamari last night, Andrea. It was so good. Y'all are hilarious. Yes, Mike, I do. I have looked him up, and no, I have not listened to all of the songs. Not gonna happen. There's only so much of it I can handle. My music tastes are, yeah, I do, but my music tastes are different, to say the least. I do like more of 90s grunge than I do some of the high-pitched, like I can appreciate the song and I can listen to it like once or twice here and there, but it could not be a CD that I have in my car kind of thing. Freddie is with them, all of us. Oh, that's sweet, Mike. That is very sweet. I'm almost to my last few. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 left. So I think I'll get these sewn, and then I will clip them apart, and that will probably be it for today. Because that will be almost 2 hours. Because I am going to have to change gears, set the machine up, and start working on the super secret. Andrea says we have a Chinese buffet here that we go to that makes fried green tomatoes for me after I told them how to make it. It is where I go for my calamari. Oh, that makes sense. Oh, dear. Mike says, grunge. One day I'll tell you my Courtney Love story. Oh, my goodness. At least we are talking about the right era. Oh. Yeah, I was 10 in 92. So, that tells you how old I am now. But I was 10 in 92. So I became a teenager, a teen in the 90s. But I had a brother 4.5 years older than me. Katie says, my kids love Queen. They're exposed to all that good rock music. Giovanna says, no, Mike, you tell us now. Yeah, you got enough time. Andrea says, I have to tell them a few days in advance that I'm coming and when. That makes sense. But it's still good that you have a restaurant that is catering to you. That is perfect. Mitzi says, as we were talking, my husband just sold 2 Queen albums. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. They were calling me a queen the other day. Mike says, Giovanna, it's not for all ears, but the best story ever. And yes, Lenny Kravitz was also involved. Ooh. Did he get good money for it, Mitzi? And Mitzi says $20 for the Queen albums. You guys are so funny. Okay, in the chat, Facebook. Yeah, my puppy is trying to start licking again. Okay, so all right, so the dog park here in town that I take my dog to, that my dog can behave for me in. He doesn't behave in the other dog park, but he behaves in this one for me. So I took him there, and it is right by some water. And I finally took him yesterday to let him go down to the beach and play in the water. Oh my gosh, you guys. I should have videotaped it. You would have thought that he died and went to heaven. He was so excited. Once he realized that he was allowed to go splashing in the water, he was like, oh my gosh, I missed this. It was exciting. All right, Katie says, I have some original cover Beatles vinyls I want to sell in the future, along with some Elvis Presley. My first husband loved both a lot, so I have so many of them. Oh my gosh. And Mike says, Katie, hold on to those. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I came home from letting the dog get into the water, and because he is a service dog, he is very happy. Because he is a service dog, I can't just let him get in the murky, muddy water one day and then not give him a bath if I want to go in public. So if I want to be able to go to the grocery store, go to Walmart, go, doctor's office, whatever, after he's been in the murky, muddy water, I have to give him a bath. So I have to plan for having time and energy to give him a bath. So that's part of why I'm dragging a little bit today. I pushed myself by doing the road trip that I did, and then taking him for the water, and then having to give him a bath. So, that it's on me. It's on me. But he was licking or whatever, scratching whatever, just because, clean fur apparently itches. And he just curled back up, and his nose is against the back of the dog bed. He has the bed he's got underneath my long arm table has a bolster that goes around the three sides, and so his nose is up against it now. It's like he's starting to sniff his own breath. Oh, Mitzi says he likes to buy cheap and sell on profit. This was not their best albums. Oh, okay. That explains the low price. Gotcha. I do not know how many of these I sewed, but there's a good stack on the floor. And I could set my little thing up and clip these, and I think that's what I'm going to do to save my hand a little bit, because I got a lot more sewing to do today. If I have not posted pictures of Super Secret in the chat or in the Facebook group, I will go do that here in a few minutes after we end our live today. So if you guys are not in the Facebook group, if you will do !group in the chat here, Nightbot will give you a link to the Facebook group so you can join and see what's going on. You can also comment in the group chat or in the Facebook group and put your sew and tell items there. Just tell me a little bit about what you've done or whatever. And it is a private group, so unless you put sew and tell, it is not leaving the group. I'm not going to go necessarily and ask everybody this time to go pick up all the sew and tells. So if you didn't say sew and tell, I'm not going to count it as sew and tell. Just because, I'm still trying to catch back up. I am well behind on a lot of things at the moment. So I do have to catch up. Giovanna says, I saw the photos that you posted. Is it, trying to see a way I can ask this. I don't think I posted it with the background in place. I think it was laying on my floor, and it's not with the background. So I now have it sewn. It is in 2 parts right now. So I need to get one of those 2 parts. I need to get the pieces that are going onto one of those 2 parts. I've got to get the details added. And then I can put the 2 parts together, and the top will be completely done. See, I don't think I did it with the background. So you guys can tell me, did I say that it's sewn or sewn halfway? I may have to go look. Let me go. No background. Okay. So you guys have not seen the Wednesday update. Okay. So I do have the Wednesday update, and I will get that posted. I do not know the finished size at the moment. I did measure it the other day, but I do not know the finished size because the finished size is different from what I expected it to be. I'll bring you guys to the main camera real quick. There we go. So it has an award date now, so I have a limited amount of time to finish it. So I do not have a lot of time to play around with it. It has to be done. So today is going to be spent getting the background, or getting the details added so that I can finish assembling it. And before tomorrow night, I have to get the backing put together. Super Secret is a project that I have been working on that I cannot show on my YouTube channel. I can show it in the Facebook group because the Facebook group is private, so it can't be seen by everybody on Facebook. But Super Secret is... Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. Yeah, he said he enjoys my organization skills. This is one of those scrapbook containers. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 9 of them total. I thought I had another one, but I don't know where. And one of them somewhere is broken. I don't know. It's not this one. But one of them, the hinge is broken. But I just put... If my entire project can fit in one of these, I do. If I don't, I've got 1, 2, 3 taken up with one project. I've got 2 taken up with another, and then everything else is one project per container at the moment. Giovanna says she's also very organized, Mike, also with the camera. Thank you, Giovanna. I appreciate it. I try to be as organized as I can be. Not that I am, not that I'm successful, but I try. But okay, so Super Secret is, it's a very special quilt. When I get the top completely done, I will be able to go in, I could take pictures of like all the different sections. I do have some things I'm going to have to clean up about it because my walking foot from Ricky did put some dirt on the fabric that I'm working on, and I do not have time, energy, or replacement fabric to fix it. So it is going to have to be what it is going to have to be. Andrea says, I need some of those. I have one that my daughter gave me, and it is awesome. Yes, it is. And Mike said, Tammy is speaking my language. Yes. Mitzi says, I love my scrapbook boxes. So I bought these. Do not buy them at Walmart. And do not buy them at Michael's. Go buy them at Hobby Lobby if you are willing to shop with Hobby Lobby. These are $3.99 a piece. Unless you are going to get them half off at Michael's, it's like double the price at Michael's. So I try to get them at Hobby Lobby when I can. And I don't know if these go on sale ever at Hobby Lobby or not. But they're much cheaper at Hobby Lobby, for me at least, than they have been at Michael's. But I have a stack of them on my shelves next to my computer. And so when I get ready to pull these out, like my Cotton Cuts Mystery is in one container. I've got all of the Shop Hop blocks in one container. Yeah, cheap. Yeah, they're very inexpensive at Hobby Lobby. Walmart, they're not the same size or shape at Walmart. I don't know what they did at Walmart. Like, I have not found this exact same size or shape for some reason. Like, theirs are slightly different. But the ones at Michael's and Hobby Lobby are basically the same. Mitzi says I found them online at an office supply store. Yes, that is another place to find them. I just haven't looked to know what their pricing would be. But wherever you buy one, buy all the rest of yours if you can. That way they're all the same size. Because they do vary just a hair from each other when you buy at different locations. But yeah, so Super Secret, I'll be working on that today, trying to get the top done. If I have time, I will also be doing the quilt label and putting the backing together, so that all I have to do is find time to go quilt it. And that will be quilting and binding, and that's all I will have left, which is a relief because my deadline is fast approaching. Katie says they are cheaper at Hobby Lobby, but I mostly buy mine from Fat Quarter Shop due to them shipping to me when Hobby Lobby doesn't international ship. Yes, I understand that. Mitzi says Art Bin is the best, also the most expensive. Yes, I do have some art bin containers for my cross stitch supplies, for all my little bobbins and threads or whatever. And then I have the ones with handles, like the super satchels or whatever, for like my cross stitch fabric and patterns and things like that. So I do have those as well. But you were right, they are more expensive, and they are the most expensive option that I've seen. They're fantastic and they hold up great, but they are more expensive. And right now I just don't have the money to go more expensive. So I went cheap. I went cheap because I don't carry them anywhere either. Like, these don't go anywhere with me usually. If I need to carry part of something of these with me, I'm going to use my little zipper project bags, because those can crush, collapse, whatever, without causing problems. So, alright, so I'm going to get off of here, you guys. By the time you guys see me Sunday night, Super Secret should be ready to quilt. That is my goal. I'm going to try to get Super Secret ready to quilt and be ready to... Like, I can't show you guys on YouTube still because I can't do anything until after it is gifted. But I can't give you any details about when it's going to be gifted. Like, I can't do anything about it. I wish I could, but I can't. So Mike says, have a fun day. Thank you, Mike. Yeah, so I am going to get off of here. I'm going to go get me some lunch of some sort. And then I'm going to come back and sit and be sewing all through the night until I cannot sew anymore. And then I will start back again tomorrow morning. And then I will be live at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time tomorrow night, you guys, for, once again, After Sunset Sundays. I love my After Sunset Sundays. They are perfect. It's just a perfect time slot, perfect way to wrap up a weekend and call it quits. Next Saturday, I will be in Cheyenne. Giovanna says, have a great evening, everyone, and hope to see you tomorrow or Monday for me. Absolutely, Giovanna. Next week, my schedule is going to be slightly different for Saturday. I will try to give you guys an idea of what we're going to be looking at by Tuesday. So if I don't know tomorrow, if I don't know by tomorrow night, I'll know Tuesday what I plan to do. Andrew says, have a blessed day. I need to check on the hurricane and then get busy on my pattern. Yes, definitely check on that hurricane. And I will see all of you guys tomorrow